Hi, my name is Nicole Bergstrom, and I'm going to do my informative speech on ultrasound tech. Have you ever wondered what it would be like if ultrasound techs weren't around today? How would you be able to determine the development of the baby in the womb? Don't you agree ultrasound technicians are important to have? I would like to talk about the importance of ultrasound technicians and a little bit about the history of the job. Ultrasound technicians are important to have, and I would like to discuss the profession because I am also interested in going into the profession not only to learn more about it, but to sit down with families and experience the progress of the development of the baby in the womb. I'm going to cover history about ultrasound technicians, from where they started, where they are today, how you can become an ultrasound technician, and different job duties they do on a daily basis. People go into the medical field and want to pursue a job in this field, and for example, ultrasound technicians, and they don't know the history about it. Here's a brief history about where they started and where they are today. Here is a picture of William, and he was the founder of X-rays. According to Medical Imaging and Career Guide, updated in 2014, in 1942, Dr. Carl Theodor Dusek from Austria published the first article about medical ultrasound from his research on the brain. What's next? In the 1950s, Professor Ian Donald developed technology and different applications for ultrasound. In Sweden, this technology was being used by two cardiologists by the name of Inge Idler and Carl Hertz. They were able to discover the ability of measuring the heart rate and the brain activity. In the United States, Dr. George Ludwig applied ultrasound for medical purposes in the 1940s. In 1949, John Wild used ultrasound to find out the thickness of bowel tissue, and he is also known as the father of medical ultrasound. Technology has grown tremendously over the years, and the new technology being used is computed tomography, mammography, MRI, and PET scan. With that being said, ultrasound techs have come a long way since then. There are many job duties that are needed to complete to be successful in this job. In this picture, there are two students at Tacoma Community College, and they are using the sonography equipment that are used to see the development of the child. According to How to Become an Ultrasound Tech, updated in 2014, if somebody's pursuing the career as an ultrasound tech, they need to have a strong background in anatomy and physiology and be able to understand the technology being used for this job. They are required to take accurate readings and images to determine normal body anatomy from abnormal anatomy. Also need to be able to do medical histories and be able to go through procedures correctly. With examinations, ultrasound technicians are able to get good images, take measurements, calculations, and evaluating results afterward to make sure the data is good to give to the doctor. Ultrasound techs typically work in hospitals, diagnostic areas, image clinics, and physician offices, and they typically work about 40 hours a week, and they have the choice to travel abroad to places where people don't have this technology available to them. As you can tell, becoming an ultrasound tech can be difficult but rewarding. Here are some duties they can accomplish. In this picture, there's an ultrasound technician with a pregnant lady, and she's using the sonography. And as you see in this picture, on the screen there is a baby, and it's showing the development of the baby so far. Ultrasound techs have multiple job duties they need to complete on a daily basis. According to What Does an Ultrasound Tech Do?, Updated in 2014, sonographers solely are responsible for job duties asked of them to be successful completing the procedures. Some duties the techs do is being able to explain the procedure to the patients and to answer any questions they have during the exam, and operating the equipment and evaluate the results. During duties, techs adhere to codes of ethics that protects patients' well-being, the practice, and the public's trust in the practice. Ultrasound techs ensure safety by making sure equipment is working effectively before operating. Even though I wasn't able to cover a lot of information, I hope you learned at least one thing today. Today I covered a small history about where ultrasound started 100 years ago, where it has become today, how to become an ultrasound technician, and the specific job requirements needed to perform the job successfully. I surely hope this speech has given you an insight on the job and able to understand the importance it plays in everyday life. Thank you.